Academia's grand sage.
But the Dance of Sub-Zerus is one of the key parts of the
Sub-Zerus festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious festivals. If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise...
How?
The Academia was originally responsible for the Sub-Zerus festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. I need to speak with them. This is a hard pill to swallow, but...
Art. Dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous and meaningless activities in this land of knowledge and reason? Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you...
No! I believe that our Archon...
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyargarbaha Day that prohibits public art performances. We will...
Understood. I will...
The Sub-Zerus Festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's
Nilou, are you okay? Oh, Dunyarzad.
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us and perform there. Or we could get people to block them off so they can't interrupt the performance.
Nilou, it's all right.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Sub-Zerus so much. And I know how important this festival is.
It's okay. Seeing you care this much, it would be too risky to continue the Sub-Zerus festival.
If you say so. But you can sneak out for the next Sub-Zerus festival, right?
The next... Yes. Okay. It's a promise.
Paimon can't believe this is how things turned out. Those heartless geezers.
It really is okay. There's nothing we can do about it. Still, I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to...
A lot happened today. It's a shame the festival ended the way it did. Nilou and Dunyarzad promised to make the next... Yeah.
All connections have been secured to construct the project is under...
Oh, we're gonna be late! It's all because you... We should go meet Dunyarzad right away! Good morning, Dunyarzad. Sorry we're late.
Not at all. I arrived early.
You seem kinda tired.
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go?
Sure. Ooh, they're selling food over that way. Let's go take a look.
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
You are quite well informed, miss. I thought most people nowadays would know.
They're all plants. Actually, what is the Haftmewa feast?
It's one of the Sub-Zerus festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendroarchon.
appear to be...
Really? Paimon thought it looked like some...
The moon signifies... It's escaping me for now.
Is he really looking it up?
Oh, right. It means but if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears...
Understood. Okay.
Oh, it's nothing.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. So, where to next?
All right, soldiers. Now that you have your Yalda candies, don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord...
Yes, Knight Varys! What's going on? Is this a...
Ferris, the Knight of...
Oh, do you want some
what? Ooh, how...
And there's also lizard...
What are those... Traveler, help...
Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left... Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Ha-ha! Paimon bet you had incredible luck, and Paimon... Huh? How's that possible? It's obviously random. Maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
Oh, sure.
Huh? Where are you going? You're just gonna walk off like that? A feeling of... Oh, Paimon knows what that is. In that case, Paimon also felt something like that today. So, why'd you run here in such a hurry? Well, that's it. You're intentionally doing things you usually...
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat? Got it. You don't look like you're from these parts, but...
Coconut charcoal cake? Isn't it that burned thing? Oh, Paimon understands what you're trying to do now. That thing? Isn't this going a bit too far? How was it? The look on your face is telling Paimon that it tasted off. Then, you mean... That's impossible. We were just... So, would this be a case of taste bud deja vu? Paimon also gets the impression that we've been here many times, even though... How about... is sitting by yourself on that bench over there. What a coincidence! by yourself.
Oh,
Kidnappers? Oh my...
I'm okay. Dia's arm got scratched, but it isn't serious.
Whew. That's a big relief. But...
Not at all. I've always been like this. Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days,
Paimon doesn't quite follow you, and Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
It really is fine. I don't mind. Huh?
Dunyarzad, have you ever felt deja vu?
Deja vu? No. But my days have been the same for years.
Oh, Paimon sees. Then...
It's almost time.
Huh?
Nilou's Dance of Sub-Zeros.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe... When we return, have...
Understood.
The Sub-Zero's...
Nilou, are you...
Oh,
It's okay.
but you've been really looking for...
It truly is unfortunate.
True, but...
The next...
Wait.
No, nothing.
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did! Ah! Dunyar's... So, in the end... maybe it really was because of exhaustion. Same here. Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep? For now, we can chalk things up to exhaustion. We can do more thinking tomorrow.
Observing a modest drop in the output of Jnana energy, but value...
Continue to monitor the variances in the data.
Why does Paimon feel so... Good morning, Dunya.
Not at all.
Huh? Paimon thinks you sound...
I'm doing well. There's no need...
Great idea! Let's get going! Traveler? Hey.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can enjoy the Sub-Zero's festival. Oh, are you interested in... It's not that simple. Each box contains a random... And there's also lizard...
Huh? Lovers?
No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want? Oh, I like your confidence. No hesitation at all.
Paimon knew he always had incredible luck. Paimon's...
What?
What?
That couldn't have been luck. How is this possible? I packed all those boxes. Mind reading?
Tell us what's going on! Since when did you get superpowers? Traveler? Hey, what's going on? Did you see something? Us leaving Dunyarzad without letting her know is kinda rude, you know.
Let's move out.
What are you looking for? Traveler? That's... Look! That's... Isn't that Dunyarzad? What's happening here? Why are there two Dunyarzads?
You already know that this isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you? I'm sure you already know
A knowledge capsule?
You should use it too, Paimon.
You know Paimon? Well, this what the? This is our 20th time at the Sub-Zero's festival? Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even... What the heck was it?
Your memories are still scrambled? Try your...
Let Paimon think. Oh, it's coming back. What about everyone?
Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro. And you also have It was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness. A familiar question. As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad you were just with is different from the first... That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and... she doesn't have a lot of time left. Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida. Good.
What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like...
Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called a samsara. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you are told the truth, I can only give you surface-level help, like bits of information and subtle hints.
She looks like she isn't doing well at all. Her illness gets worse.
If we can break out of this samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky.
You sure love to use weird
analogies are... Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
What's happening right now seems to have happened. What's happening right now? My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't. The moon, illusion. The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your..." We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival. That should be it. The flow of time is endlessly cycling within one single day. That should be it. My mind... What's happening right now? What's happening? The moon, the grand... We've all... That should be it.
A time loop.
You've still the wrong answer.
A simple time loop can't...
Juniors!
The Sub-Zeru's festival...
Let's think about our current situation. To save and to do that, we need to figure out what... Nahida rejected the idea of a time loop, so Paimon's memories say that we've already done this many...
Let's move out. Breathtaking.
Hey, it's you guys. I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back...
To put it another way, if...
What kind of philosophical... Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go...
He actually has a point. True. Anyway, if this all really were...
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me? Ooh, I knew it!
You're really excited about this, huh? That's exactly...
help you?
So, you're admitting...
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on a second. What you just said...
Paimon knew you weren't going...
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you.
When you say it like that, the divination does...
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific is beyond the The book only says, if you trust your instincts...
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune-telling is just... We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again? At this time of day...
Let's move out.
I'm fine, my lady.
Perfect timing.
Paimon, Traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous
You want the Traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still...
How did you know what I...
We need to say something convincing.
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds. And then... The moon... Oh, my mind feels... The moon... People in Sumeru...
Tell her, Traveler!
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad.
Alright, so this...
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly...
She's quieter than usual.
Yeah, she is. Her parents said that this is how she was like.
Huh? I don't quite understand what you're all talking about.
My lady, are you angry? All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew about...
Let's move out.
Nahida, we brought a friend. Are you busy?
I thought I told you.
We just wanted her to see
The real Dunyarzad?
Huh?
I told you that you two are special.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow.
Miss Dunyarzad, she's...
Her condition's really bad, and she's
I can sense her aura.
Do you believe us now? So, you...
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they...
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something that...
The Akasha relies on the power of a Gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the god...
A Gnosis could do that?
So, this Nahida you...
She said, and Paimon quotes, the Akasha relies on the power of a Gnosis...
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait. I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for, but compiling...
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh, yeah. That sounds about right. What do you think?
My mind feels exhausted. People in Sumeru don't... Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a People in Sumeru don't... That doesn't sound right. What's happening right now seems to have happened before. That doesn't sound right. My mind... That doesn't
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. Now that When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, knowledge always comes at a price. Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information? Who knows?
What's the point of doing...
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru... This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest...
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy. Mark my words, when this is over...
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from the Akasha...
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway. Traveler, did you—
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was we took off our Akasha terminals.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length.
But we cannot...
Paimon remembers everything!
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that? But now we can at least confirm one thing. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it.
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why—
If we're lab rats, then what are you? The moon? Wasn't that—
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth. So you should—
Okay then.
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt? What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't—
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs. Shh! How did you know about my—
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. It's as if I've already—
You're saying that although you don't remember—
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory.
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue.
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else?
How did you know what I was—
Whew, it's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting injured, Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today, even though she got injured. Do you think the Samsara has been broken?
Really? Good job on the—
Hey, what kind—
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for— How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? Does tomorrow truly exist as— It's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the—
Okay, no more!
That's why it makes no sense. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie. Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk.
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. You were sounding kind of— Yeah. Even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero's festival every day, it feels—
Continue the harvest. Compared to what we stand to achieve, these...
We're still in the same day! Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't—
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity—
Paimon's at the Duke did that! Whatever.
Of course. In the time we've been together, you...
Paimon's flattered and everything.
What I mean is, even though I had asked you, in other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist.
Nahida's talking about confusing stuff again.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding of the situation?
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah! You're right! Gosh, how did we not notice that?
So...
The moon... Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle memory. The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. Okay, Nahida said the Akasha... We've already experienced the sub... Okay, Nahida said the beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it. The moon... The beep is a prompt tone for Okay, Nahida said the Akasha rely... If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that... Mercenaries rely The beep is a The moon... Okay, We've already...
Oh! Then the beep we hear every night could just... That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's festival... But muscle memory can't be...
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us...
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused...
That isn't simple at all!
Why don't you go talk to Miss D?
Right! She did help us...
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia,
It hurt? Why would...
Well, you're still getting...
Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hand.
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's got no... Oh, that works!
What happened to you guys while I was gone?
Don't think too hard about it.
All right then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body...
Yes, your memory's being a...
And I'd have to disagree.
Oh? Why?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zero's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we... Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago.
Right! They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day. It's not very likely, but it's also not...
No, it is impossible. I've got...
You have proof?
You two are surprisingly serious. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
This is it.
Huh? This is...
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces?
That's
then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has all the force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the. It's just as they say. Each swordsman.
Is it really impossible?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training. Whew, I hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game? Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime. Yep, that's true. So, can we think of any new... Strange? Paimon feels like everything's... Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange. Paimon can't believe it. Did we miss this? How about we go back and ask Nahida?
Early today?
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop.
Leaving the city. As far as...
We did? But we don't...
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably but you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much about it.
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we...
Really? That's kinda strange. In theory, I should have already...
Yep. Something here's definitely fishy. Our memories are back! About that... Well...
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, listen to it and...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one...
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days... It's time to carry out our plan from... Okay.
Why can't we leave?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already...
That's your problem.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced the lockdown. Let's go and question... Hello, sir. What?
Here we go again. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us any... Angering me won't get you anywhere.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we climb? This is a good spot. And the guard... Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind? But... What if things get really... Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but... Okay. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon... And please... Memories! Traveler!
Paimon, calm down. He's...
Paimon doesn't care! Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay! Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day! Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't actually
Okay. Paimon, can you... I see.
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you... disappeared in an instant. No way!
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last...
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message?
But don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being... Well... Okay.
Yep! Now we're...
I'm done. Here you go.
What?
I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. I just tweaked it so that it could connect to any node.
To make something like...
Yep. I'll help you say...
We'll never know until we try. Let's go then. Let's expose the... okay. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes, although...
Okay, now that you understand what's going on...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sight. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump, but everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable. And if we take your word for it, the other spaces all had very weird contents.
There's another part here.
These spaces have been disappearing one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now! Those spaces are actually...
Why did the mess...
Probably because yesterday just...
Oh, right.
The message. It's
after the beep. Travelers...
Traveler, What do you think that final space could have been?
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city. Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just randomly disappearing like that? My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from the Akasha. My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from the Akasha.
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zero's festival, later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new Paimon's head is...
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, so no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to...
Wow, the Archon War, huh? Hey!
Same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references. Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while, so it is where many things come to settle. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Rise!
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while, so it is where many things come to settle. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Every journey has its final day. Don't rush. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Every journey has its final day. Don't rush. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Quake!
Do you want some alone time to think? Alright then, Paimon won't disturb you.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead?
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know! Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with...
you ready to take your Sub-Zero's Okay.
People in Sumeru don't dream. The moon, all the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city, all the bizarre We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival many times, and... Okay, Nahida said those space... The moon... We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Those spaces remind me of... all the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city. We've already experienced the Okay. We are all in a dream. We are all... People in the moon...
People in Sumeru think they don't dream. But and those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when he was... So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together right now.
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this? It is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. The Akasha relies on the power of It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace. And it grants knowledge to the people. It compiles the...
That doesn't sound... That doesn't...
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also... But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom?
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich.
So in other words, the complete opposite of how Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions. And the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from... The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's...
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about this...
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. But the Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." My mind feels exhausted. We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival. We've already...
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zero's festival, along with no one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream, and people wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival. The dreams...
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine. Did Paimon get...
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything.
All right, last question.
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. Now that I think about it, wasn't illusions a hint that we're all... Now that I think about it... They say that alchemical...
So you noticed. hardest question.
That wasn't hard at all. Even now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have. You asked me this. Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. You asked me that now that you know. Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Your notion of reality. That's why I could only give you very... Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already... Secondly, you're probably wondering that's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And so whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sub-Zero's festival...
Never mind, Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia Forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up. Is that...
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sub-Zero's festival Samsara, while their dream...
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this?
You might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, there's only so much that people, especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyarzad. This relentless exploitation takes an even harder toll on...
People's lives are at stake here, and no...
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birth?
Even you don't know the reason?
The Academia sages are determined to harvest... Traveler, do you have...
The Grand Sage said, those spaces remind me of...
Celebrate the birth of that good... Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. No matter after we end the Sub-Zero's festival...
How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their archons?
In the end, I'm just the moon.
A sun and a moon? Oh, we're at...
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything... Hey! What's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that
She's actually something like a puppet, but not the real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role, so another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps.
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real...
Puppets are stiff, and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, you know, speaking of which... The old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet.
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness. And it was you who inspired her. So you do remember her after...
Yes. Back then, her family was... I just gave her a little wisdom, so she could look at life in a new way. so that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still far from it. I'm still a long way off. I couldn't even save her. If I...
Please don't beat yourself up over... Don't be like that, Nahi.
To prevent more tragedies like this.
Great, but...
Although the Sub-Zero's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create them. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Huh? So, how should we find that person?
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within, which means, with the power of imagination, they can...
Imagination?
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when the server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, the dream will respond in kind. And the server... But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food. Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens...
How are we going to find them, though? And even if we did find them, after all, like you said, don't wake asleep.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember... Ending the host and ending the samsara. As for me...
Out of town?
Yes. Hurry and go.
She was such a good person. Yeah. Saving Dunyarzad is what kept us going this whole time. But Paimon's wondering, do you think... Huh. That's... So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is a symbol of the whole... Let's go ask him some questions.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time.
Everything's fine, just...
An experiment?
Could you... make a wish?
You want me to make a...
Less questions! What?
Okay, my wish.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down. She just doesn't seem like her... I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Ferris Knight of Flowers is...
So, you have a...
When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, what she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest. Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but okay. I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eye. Oh!
What?
Fucky? Sorry, but only one portion of Yalda candies per nice try, you two.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her. But none of them have...
My lady.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yanni's pay me, not you. You... fine, alright. Knock yourself out. Why are you so worked up anyway? It's not like I'm... Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some backup.
That's close enough. A new punch.
Solidify!
Access denied.
Need more.
Where do you think you're
Next up.
Sleeve.
Hold the line.
following orders?
Take that!
Born of ice and frost. This is long overdue.
Stabilize!
Fine, fine, boom! Burn!
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like... Oh, and speaking of her, remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsaras, she said it was because she had forgotten something? Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed it out to us the night... Yeah. This is the place! It's rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but desperate to... Hey! The windows are unlocked! Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside. Should we open... Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero's festival, she must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of this... If we hadn't found this book. But now that we know, we can't... Hey! Where are you off to now? It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? really exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dinyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkle.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come... What? Where are we going this time?
If you continue to resist, the Grand Sage is...
Oh. Traveler?
Traveler?
Traveler? What the... Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course! If this... So they're just...
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers. It's just a shame that all the real Bodhisattvas went
Yes. The great...
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Bodhisattvas? Just like the ones...
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the god...
Yeah. What's going on? Huh? You guys are at... Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. Purple Bodhisattvas don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, it's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a plate, and so when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was... But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become a... How should we make
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right.
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. As far as you know, people in...
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage?
Ooh, sounds familiar.
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon smiled. His wife lying next to him said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you?" In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters and...
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey?
Yes, but his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a dream.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. But we really gotta wake up.
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, Let's make this final dance of Sub-Zerus as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the Dance of Sub-Zerus.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest time. Paimon's head feels super heavy. Paimon thinks it was the Sub-Zero's best. Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero? So quick, take off your Akasha terminal. She's not in her room. What happened, huh? Well done, Traveler. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for
I'm sorry.
Dunyarzad!
Oh, Traveler Paimon. I just had a dream.
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else. How about by the Travelers?
Let's talk about Dunyarzad.
After we parted on the last day of among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long though, where both will gradually fade until they completely— I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end!
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying.
Both are fine. Everyone reacts—
Alright, you two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, to be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness.
How did you do that?
Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind that the Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha Terminal, I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually—
hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret? So, Catherine, what about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other people?
That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, at that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surasthana. However, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
So, the sages basically put their new Archon under—
In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata and I'm still—
Yeah, you got a lot of belief.
Thank you for trying to find a way to— Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom and enlighten a lost soul here and there. Doing all that should be enough. You mean how the Akashas—
Yeah,
it's not that no one noticed. It's more like—
Misdirect.
The sages convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality, even if the truth is that their dreams are with their propaganda. Besides. Anyway, but by now, even those who never use at
the Avidia Fort,
you also heard someone's voice, right?
Yeah. So,
it's— as you two probably know—
a message from Greater—
the Scarlet King.
Okay, so—
Greater Lord Rukkad— many devoted scholars go, but I believe this—
So the tree in the vision was Irminsul, but
even the traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. With you here, we may have a chance at deciphering it. No, we must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated all— This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine got it. I hope— to be honest, maintaining Dunya— Oh, and you don't need to worry too much. Go and get some sleep. What a relief.
Traveler?
Maybe you—
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel some—
We're way behind schedule.
How can my own brother say something like that about—
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
It's plain hurtful. Reclaim Akasha terminals.
This should be where... Do you still remember the time I remember? That was back when things on the island...
If the enemy outnumbers you, seek marauders on the waterfront are supplied.
General Goro, sir.
More or less. We could split into 2 teams. Then again...
Sir, shall I...
Her Excellency's directed...
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and...
Her Excellency's...
Hey, Goro! What are you guys up to?
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island.
That's great! Recently, unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to split into...
Hard to say no when...
Good. There's not a moment to lose. Watch yourselves.
Seems like the...
Frozen.
Got it! I will have order.
Allow me.
Let's end this. Should I get careless?
Dumpty Dumpty go!
Born of ice and frost. All hail!
Billowing surge!
This is bad. I guess this is it.
Rest and rebuild!
Shouldn't get careless.
No touching!
Have a load of this.
Solidify!
Comrades, they've set the ship on fire! An arson attack! Curse them! They leave us no choice but to attack! Comrades, let's make them regret it!
Transform through! Jumpy dumpy through! Blazing for light!
Looks like I went too far. Take cover. I must counterattack.
We were lucky to have you here. We'd have no way to prevent
What's that you're holding? Let Paimon see! Oh, wow!
Yeah. Well...
Are you serious?
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her... Still, we're fortunate to have them. They may...
Oh, understanding every eventuality sounds tiring enough, let alone...
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? Well, Her Excellency says that now is the time. About half of us are still organized into Task Force. Of course, not everyone's happy about it.
The spirit of the resistance? Anyway, we're here because Kokomi invited us.
I believe Her Excellency is... There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. We should probably get going ourselves. And, I'm sensing a growing unease among them. But I don't know... They used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it hidden.
Sounds good! Paimon was ready when you are.
Wait, aren't you? Oh, it is you! Oh, you have our gratitude. Watatsumi Island, I wasn't with Swordfish 2. Oh, you really gave it to those shogun. Is there anything you need from me? I'm at your service. On edge, you say? In fairness, the battle isn't long over, and, well, perhaps it isn't quite over for them. You know what I'm... Victory's declared, and all of a sudden, the fighting's over. But people can't... I don't know what else it could be, but... And all the more so now that you're...
What a nice guy!
I've definitely seen you somewhere before. And settled. Not that I would, necessarily. We're at peace now, finally. And...
Huh. Seems he's about to fall asleep.